You don't get hurt by strangers. You get hurt by the person you gave access to your mind, not your enemies, not strangers, but the one you open up to, the one you explain yourself to, the one whose opinion you secretly need. And here's the part you don't want to hear. You already feel it happening. You felt that shift. The message that felt colder than usual, the tone that changed, the silence that suddenly got louder. You replay conversations in your head. You check if they saw your story. You wonder if you said something wrong. And instead of pulling back, you lean in harder. You explain more. But here's the truth. This isn't just about betrayal. It's about dependency. You didn't just trust them. You built your identity around them. Their approval became your confidence. Their attention became your value. Their presence became your stability. And now, without them, you feel unstable. This is the habit silently destroying you. You don't trust yourself, so you outsource your worth. You wait for replies. You wait for reassurance. You wait for someone to tell you you're enough. And while you're waiting, your life is passing you. Most people never realize this until it's too late. They spend years explaining themselves, years tolerating disrespect, years pretending to be okay, all while slowly losing self-respect. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." But you ignored that. You gave your power away. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." But you couldn't. You feared judgment too much, so you adjusted yourself to fit into someone else's expectations. And Seneca warned, "He suffers more than necessary who suffers before it is necessary." That's you. Overthinking messages that don't matter, creating scenarios that don't exist, feeling pain that hasn't even happened yet. But here's the deeper truth. You're not afraid of betrayal. You're afraid of being alone with yourself. Now, listen carefully, because this is where things change. 1. Stop explaining yourself. You explain because you fear losing them. You justify your actions. You soften your truth. But every explanation weakens your position. Strong people don't over-explain. They state, they move. 2. Cut the validation addiction. You check who viewed your story. You check if they replied. You check if they liked your post. That's not curiosity. That's addiction. And this is where your dignity starts to decay. Your worth is not measured in attention. Break the cycle. Stop checking. 3. Accept the reality. You avoid. They changed. Or maybe they revealed who they always were, but you keep holding on to the past version of them. And this is where your life gets stuck. You're loyal to a memory, not reality. 4. Rebuild internal authority. You don't trust your decisions, so you seek opinions, you ask for advice. You wait for approval. But here's the truth. Every time you ignore your instinct, you weaken your identity. Start choosing. Start standing by your choices, even if you're wrong. 5. Face the empty space. You fill your time with noise, scrolling, Netflix, distractions. Because silence forces you to confront yourself. But that silence, that's where strength is built. Sit with it. Feel it. Don't escape it. 6. Stop tolerating subtle disrespect. It's not always obvious. It's in the delayed replies, the dismissive tone, the lack of effort. You notice it, but you ignore it because you don't want to lose them. But here's the truth. Every time you tolerate it, you teach people how to treat you. 7. Build a life that doesn't need them. Right now, your world is too small, too focused on one person, one opinion, one connection. Expand it. Discipline your body. Train your mind. Work on something that matters. Because when your life has direction, people lose control over you. But let's go deeper. You say you want respect, but you wake up late. You avoid hard work. You quit when it gets uncomfortable. You say you want independence, but you can't go a day without checking your phone to see if someone cares. You say you're tired of being controlled, but you let someone's mood decide your entire day. And this is the part no one tells you. You're not being controlled by them. You're being controlled by your need for them. That's the real prison, and most people stay there forever. Because leaving it requires discipline, requires solitude, requires facing the version of yourself you've been avoiding. So here's what changes today. You stop chasing, you stop explaining, you stop waiting. You become someone who stands alone, not because you hate people, but because you don't need them to feel whole. The person who hurt you, they didn't destroy you. They exposed you. They showed you how fragile your foundation was, and now you rebuild stronger, colder, clearer. No more begging for attention. No more explaining your worth. No more shrinking yourself to be accepted. Because from this moment on, you are no longer the person who needs to be chosen. You are the one who chooses